Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back. It is Dion at the Blushing Mint. And today I have my favorite project of all of the projects I'm going to present in Christmas in July. Why am I doing today being my favorite project rather than waiting until, say, the last day of the month or the first of the month or whatever? That is because today is July 28th and today is my birthday. So I decided I was going to save my very favorite project of all of my projects to do on my birthday. So that is what we are going to be doing today. And this is going to be a set of 5 vintage decoupaged envelopes. I absolutely love doing this style of envelope. I did one in a different episode of Christmas in July. I did a different style, so it's going to be fairly similar, but yet still different, at least in my opinion. I don't know. But anyway, it's my birthday. I can do what I want to do, quite frankly, and by golly, I'm going to make this set of 5 decoupaged envelopes. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you for hanging out with me. This has been an absolute blast of a series to put together, and I truly hope that you guys are finding inspiration in this. You're getting ideas, you're being excited, you're setting up your gift-giving lists and guides for what you want to make and what you want to create, and that maybe some of my Christmas in July projects might hit your list. That would be everything I could wish for and more, is that one of these videos has inspired you and it's going to be a part of your Christmas gifting this year. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking, subscribing, everything. I just can't thank you enough. I'm just so grateful. So let's get to it, friends. This is my favorite project. So this I'm gonna have these in my shop for the holidays this year. I have not really done any of my projects in my shop for Christmas in July. It's me setting up the things that maybe I want to put in my shop come Christmas time as well. And this is going to be for sure in my shop come October, November, and December. I will have these available. I just love them, and they're so fun, and they're just a blast to create. So this is how I will be showcasing mine. I'll be tying them up like this with some twine and a little tag. And again, my fingers just are not working. You gotta bear with me here, friends. I'm so sorry, but some days my fingers just don't want to cooperate. Maybe I tied it twice in a knot. I don't know. Heck, who knows, friends? Maybe I can't get into it. I don't know. I could destroy it. I'm going to have to put all new twine on it, but that's okay. Hey, it's my birthday, and I can fumble if I want to. You want me to sing the song? Because I totally can. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. So I have this cute little chipboard tag on here. It says Tidings and Comfort of Joy. And then I have just packaged this up like a little Christmas package, which may seem to be a little bit more complicated than I thought. Geez. Okay. So you open it just like it is Christmas morning. And then I have 5 different sized envelopes that all coordinate together. And these are absolutely spectacular, in my opinion, which to me is the only opinion that matters today. But I really hope that you guys love these as well. So I have gilded these. I hope you can see the shimmer. There is gold gilding all along these envelopes. They're stamped. They have vintage postage stamps on here. They have been coffee dyed. They have been embossed. They have, I mean, they have got literally the golden treatment. These are fan freaking tastic. I just love each and every one of them. I cannot say enough about how much I love them, and I hope you love this tutorial as well. Look at that. Just look how beautiful they are. Okay, so how did I do it, friends? There you have my set of 5. Okay, first of all, you need 5 different sized envelopes. So these are the exact same sizes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you need 5 envelopes. You need, I used this Tim Holtz collage paper. I used the holly and the forest. And so you have the red and green, and you have the black and white, and they work seamlessly together for this project. I'm using the Tim Holtz collection. This is his holiday postmarks collection stamp set, and I do already have some on my little stamp blocks over here, so I've used that collection as well. You need some coffee. This is diluted instant coffee grounds with some warm water to create my coffee dye. You need some Decoupaged medium. Mine is a 2 parts glue, 1 part water Decoupaged medium. You need some water, and you need some distress spray stains. That's pretty much the basics of what you need to create this project. I am going to show you how I do. Oh no, I needed the other thing. The other thing, I have this golden opal polish. It is called Golden Glow Opal Polish, and this is from Cosmic Shimmer. So that is what I'm going to be using for my gilding on these envelopes. So let's jump to it, my friends. So the first thing you need to do is you need to coffee dye your envelopes. So I'm going to show you my process. I already have an entire separate set that I have coffee dyed, that I have lace dyed, and then I have embellished, and I have gessoed. So that's the other thing I forgot. You do need some gesso to do exactly how I do this project. So I've already got a set ready just for the interest of time. But I am going to take you through doing one envelope all the way through here. So I need to get a piece of, this is just my, these are sandwich wraps, deli sandwich wraps, and that's what I use to, as my kind of my play mats here. I have to stop because I forgot to grab a piece of lace. So bear with me, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I was organized, but of course I'm not. Of course I'm not. So in order to do my coffee dyed envelopes, I need, this is a piece of vinyl placemat, PVC placemat that I have cut apart. It was like this ginormous, I got it from Amazon, tablecloth that has 3 or 4 different patterns of lace on it, and I just cut it apart into pieces, and I'm going to lay it over my envelope, and I'm literally just going to spread my coffee dye over the top of it. I use an old paintbrush to do this with. I find it just to be, it's what works for me. Okay, so. And you want to make sure that you get in all the little nooks and crannies of your lace. Okay. Now, what I need to do from here, I'm going to set this aside because I'm only going to do this one envelope for you guys. In the interest of time for this video, I'm just going to do the one. And then I am grabbing my heat tool, and you just apply. Now, you can leave these to dry. If you live in an area that is not windy, where you can do this outside, you can do all of these at one time. I don't necessarily have the luxury of that, nor do I have the luxury of time to do that. So I use my heat tools, or I use my daughter's old hair dryer that she left at home when she left. You just heat these up and dry them, and you can see as it dries, it's starting, I don't know if you can see the color difference, but as it dries, it is leaving the imprint of that lace on this envelope. I mean, it's like, it's absolutely fascinating. I don't know. I find it simply amazing that just a little bit of diluted instant coffee and we have these beautiful, beautiful images that we're left with. And granted, I have gessoed over the top of this and everything else, but I mean, come on, they're fantastic. I just love them. So anyhow, I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. I'm going to pause you for a minute, and I'm going to finish drying this so you can see, and then we're going to move on to our next step, all right? So don't go anywhere, friends. I am going to be back. Okay, so about 2-3 minutes later, this is what I am left with after I peel that away. I am left with this dyed envelope. Now, I could turn around and I could do the same thing to the back here, but in the interest of time, I'm not going to. You could just coffee dye the back of this too. It doesn't, you know, however you so choose to do this. So it's that easy to get your, lace dyed envelopes. I mean, come on, those are so pretty. Look at it. It's just gorgeous. And then you've got the back here. So pretty. Okay, so you would dye your whole envelope with your coffee stain. So that's how we go from white envelopes to coffee stained envelopes. Now, oh, I was going to do the whole process for you. Never mind. Hold the phone, friends. I'm going to pause. I'm going to do the back because I did want to go through the whole thing with you. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to do the back, and then I will come back and do that. I forgot what I was doing. See? Hot mess. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I can be a hot mess if I want. Hang on, friends. Okay, I'm back, friends. All right, so now I have my front and the back of my dyed envelope. So now the next step is to add gesso. So I want to add some gesso to this. So I'm getting out my little gesso sheet here, and I just need a little bit of gesso because I'm only going to do this one in the interest of video time here. And I need my little gesso brayer. This is the little brayer I use for this project for now. And now when I do this, I want to make sure that I go over. Now there is no rhyme or reason to gesso, friends. All it does is it just, everything acts slightly differently and reacts a little differently after you've gessoed. But I like to make sure that, like, the where the envelope folds down here, I like to ensure that it has a little gesso over it. I just think it adds a little extra strength at that fold line, because we do, between the inking and the coffee dyeing and everything, we do kind of put a little pressure on that on that fold line. So I like to make sure that that gets a little extra gesso. It adds body, it adds texture, it kind of pushes some things into the background a little bit. You know, you can go as heavy or as light as you want with gesso. You cannot do the gesso at all. If you just want to keep it with the coffee dye mostly forward, that's fine too. This is your project. You do it your way. Okay, so I'm just going to spread this out a little bit so I can set this back aside. And then the next step is from here, you would go ahead and I am not going to do it because I just don't have room on my space to do it. But the next step that you would take from here is you would emboss. If you want your envelopes embossed, here is where you would go ahead and take your gessoed envelope, put it in your embossing folder, and you would run it through your embossing machine, and you could emboss your envelopes at this point. I am, in the interest of time and the fact that I literally do not have the space to play with, I am not going to emboss my my envelope this time. But the 5 that I'm going to do from here on out have been embossed. So I'm going to pick them up. And so this is the one I just did. I'm going to pick up the 5 now that I already have ready at this point. And this is what we are going to work with from here. So I'm going to set my gesso aside. So these have been lace print coffee dyed. These have been gessoed. And now we are going to play with color. Setting that mat aside. Getting my little wipes here because I got gesso all over my hands. I mean, this is not a clean project. So if you need to keep your space neat and tidy and you don't like to have a hot mess, this may not necessarily be the project for you because there's several steps to get them to this point, and there's a lot of mess that kind of happens. So from here, now I am going to add my color to these envelopes. And I am going to do that using distressed spray stains. I am going to use peeled paint and barn door. And then I have distress oxide in festive berries and a mica stain in fresh balsam. So those are going to be probably the ones I choose for this project. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to start with my peeled paint. And to do this, guys, I just add a couple sprays of the, oh, hold the phone, most important thing, gloves. If you don't want to look like you played with paints tomorrow or the rest of today or whatever, get some gloves. Put some gloves on. Now would be the time. Okay, so I sprayed my inks. Then I spray a little bit of water. And then I do this really impressive smush style technique on my envelopes. This is very scientific smush. I have no idea. It's what it's what works for me. I'm sure there's probably maybe a more specific way to do it, but I like the smush. The smush is fine. You can add water directly on if you feel like maybe it's too concentrated. If you want it more concentrated, add more color. You literally just spray and smush. Spray and smush. It's a very, very scientific process. Highly, highly technical. Not. Love. Look at it. It's so pretty. I literally love this. I literally love making these, you guys. I don't know. Maybe you could tell. These are my favorite things. I could probably make these envelopes every day and just be at such peace with my life. Maybe that's all I should do with my life, is just make colored decoupaged envelopes. Maybe that's what I should be known for in my next life. I don't know, friends. Okay, so there is the green. I am going to pause you because you don't need to see me take the time to dry these before I go and I do the red ink. So I'll be back. Don't go anywhere, friends. Please don't leave me. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I hope you didn't miss me. Now we're going to do the same thing with the barn door color, which is kind of a pretty red, but it's not like super Christmassy red, but I like this color. So then we're going to just do this, and I might be a little bit more gentle with how I apply this color in my smushing than the green, just because red, we don't want it to look like a massacre. Okay, I don't know if that was appropriate, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, we don't want it to look like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, friends. Okay, so I'm just being a little bit more cautious in, I don't want to overwhelm my envelopes here. More accentish, kind of like berries, like red berries to our envelopes. That's how I'm going to think of it. Not like a massacre. That's terrible. I mean, if you have my sense of humor, kind of funny, but it's Christmas. We don't want that. Okay. And then pick the rest of this up with our last envelope here. And the color is very diluted at this point, so that's why I am okay with kind of smushing, because I know it's not going to come out as a vibrant kind of mess here. Okay. They're just lovely. Okay, I'm pausing you again. I'm sorry, but I'm going to dry these off again. And then I'm going to go to maybe a little bit of the oxide sprays and the mica. So I'll be right back. Okay, I have those all dried. Now I'm going to come in with the Festive Berries Distressed Oxide, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And I'm going to just hit that with a little water and just, now this, and the reason why I can do both colors is the oxide is going to dry almost like, it has kind of like a powdery finish to it. So it dries down differently than are distressed ink or distressed spray stains. It's just a different composition, and so the color and the texture of it is still different than the distressed spray stains. So that's why I go ahead and I'm okay to use 2 different kinds, because the dry down is just yet another layer of texture and color, and that's what I like on these projects, is all the different layers and the different elements of texture and color and depth that each different thing brings to the project. I might have got a little carried away with that. Sorry. That's all right. It's all fine in the end, friend. This is art. This is art that I can do. I am not like a painterly artist. I am a paper artist. Oh my goodness. So much to love. Okay. Gonna dry these off again and come back to you when these are dry. Be right back. Okay, so I have those dried, and then I'm gonna hit these just a bit with this Fresh Balsam mica stain, and just because you don't know how it reacts, I'm going to just spray it a little bit just like I did before, and I'm just going to touch this to the surface. I don't want too much because we are going to be doing the gold gilding on these, and I don't want the mica to overpower that gold gilding, so I'm just going to barely touch those to that mica there and just pick that up ever so slightly, and that's just going to give it another level of sheen. Here. All right, so there is our envelopes. We have copy lace dyed them, we have gessoed them, we have embossed them. Now we have added our distress spray stains, distress oxide stains. Now we are ready to do some decoupage. So I'm going to set these things aside here because I am done with those. And I dropped the lid on that. I'll pick it up later. Now, I can get rid of my fancy gloves. And what I used for decoupage is I used this Tim Holtz Forest, and this is a repeating pattern. So you can see this is where the pattern starts, and this is the repeat right here. So I am going to do the same thing I did here, and I literally just used one section of the repeat to do these envelopes. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to cut this. My hands don't work the best right now. That is okay. No excuses. Okay, so there is one section of that. Imagine how many of these you could use. I am so excited about this. I can hardly stand it. I just want to do these all day long. Every day for the rest of the month. That's what I want to do. But I'm not going to. I'm going to bring you some new ones, friends. Don't you worry. I'm going to bring you some more. All right. Then I used the holly. And this is another Tim Holtz collage paper. And again, same thing. This is a repeating pattern. and it starts its repeat from here to here. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to, same thing, trim this, and this is what I'm going to use to make all 5. This is the decoupage. This is the paper I am using to make all 5 of these envelopes. I'm going to get them all out of these 2 sheets. Okay, so I can set those aside now. And, okay, from here, we just get started. You just start. Just pick an envelope. Maybe I'll go with my biggest envelope first. Okay. And in the interest of time, friends, I'm only going to do 1. Okay. I'm only going to fully do 1 envelope for you on video, and then I will come back and show you all 5 of them. Otherwise, because it does take me a while, because again, this is embellishing and it takes me a long time to do embellishing because I'm very particular to be able to get to this kind of a look. So I'm going to do 1, and then of course you know the process. It's all about the process. So for this one here, we used, and just, I'm going to try to do this very similarly just to kind of show you how I got all of this out of 1 piece. So I did not cut, I tore. For decoupaging, you do not want straight lines except for if you're at an edge of an envelope. So I tore very, very carefully around this image, trying to keep it all together. And that's the one thing about collage papers and whatnot, is they are a good weight. But with this, whereas a napkin, you could use a water pen, this collage paper is not the same. It does have a bit of a grain to it, so it can rip a little awkwardly. So that's why I'm sorry, yes, I'm taking my very, very sweet time to get this right. It is, and maybe, again, that's just me being too exacting in my process, but it's me. It's just me, friends. So I'm just cautiously ripping and tearing here all the way around this image. Hopefully my head's not in the camera because I am down here in my little workspace here, making sure I can see all the little details that I want left in and kept out here. Okay, there it is. So there is our front image for this envelope. So now set my black and white one aside, set this aside for now, and I'm getting my decoupage glue out here. And I just dropped my paper. Of course I did. Caught it, dropped it again. Bear with me, friends. It's just how I roll. It's just how I roll. Oh, and I found the lid. Okay. All right. Found the lid, put that on. All right. So now we need our glue. And again, my oh Lord. My Decoupaged glue mixture is 2 parts glue, and it is just good old-fashioned White Elmer's school glue to 1 part water. And I use a, this brush thing here is actually, I believe, like a hairdresser's tool, maybe for, but I bought them on Amazon long time ago. And they're just a little silicone, it's just a silicone brush, and it's great because the glue doesn't stick to it. I don't have to worry about it. So then you just want to make sure that you've got your decoupage medium all the way around it here. Like so, and you just put that down. And then I like to, because decoupage medium can be kind of glossy, and I do add more than necessary, I kind of just go around the image and kind of wipe any excess away. Then I had the Into My Heart. So where is that little piece? Here. And it came across right about here, it looks like. I cut around, or went around these little berries here. And over here. So, I mean, I am going to use every last little piece of this beautiful collage paper in these envelopes, because it's just absolutely gorgeous paper, and it's beautiful to work with for decoupage, sorry, for decoupage. Okay, so then I went ahead and we'll put this over here on this little corner of the envelope. I'm trying to do them as close to the original, to my prototypes here for you, as I can. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sakes. The beauty of this collage paper as well is that it doesn't rip and tear as easily as like a napkin would do. So that's why I also like working with this collage paper for these. Okay, then on the back, oh, I also used a little napkin. I need to go find that napkin, so I have to pause you for a second because I don't know what I did with that, so hang on. Okay, So I can't find my exact napkin. I'm sorry, friends. It is Christmas in July, and if you could see my space right now, you would understand because it's an absolute hot mess. So anywho, I have another napkin that'll work just as fine. And so if you're new to decoupaging or whatever with napkins, there are layers of a napkin. And you want to peel back all the layers except for the front. Some napkins have just 2 layers, some have 3, some have more. I don't know. This one had 3. So I just want the front image here. So I am going to get out my water pen. And I'm just going to trace out some of these little berries here that I can put on the back of this envelope. That's how nice the use of napkins is versus the collage paper, because it just rips so perfectly, exactly as I wanted it to be. And then we're just going to attach this. You do want to make sure that you get as much of the white away as possible. It just makes a nicer image that way. It doesn't show in your background. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. So we'll do this on the back here. And then just a light little layer over the top of that napkin. And that will blend seamlessly into our envelope. Okay, and I do need to dry this a second in order to make it go a little faster. Otherwise, we will be here all day, half the night, you know, and I have the time, but I don't know how long my video will hold out for if that's the case. So I'm going to dry that real quick, inside, outside, upside down. And then we are going to stamp. So I am going to just selectively stamp around my envelope, but I forgot one of my stamps. And I literally don't know where it is. So I have to pause you because I have to find it, friends. I don't know. It's integral and I need to find it. So hang on. It was exactly where it should have been. I just didn't get it out. So this is another Christmas stamp, and I don't know, guys, where I got this. But I'm going to use an permanent ink in order to stamp this. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see. We'll see if this is dark enough. I might have to go with an espresso. We'll see. And so just randomly stamp. That is the beauty of this particular stamp, is it is 100% random. And I absolutely love it. Yep, I'm going to go with, I'm going to get out a darker. Going to get out this palette and go with the ground espresso, just because I think that other was just a little too light. I'd like it to be not super prominent, but I would like it to stand out a little bit. So there we go. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. And you just randomly stamp however you like it. Okay, and maybe there we go. I like it. Okay, so randomly stamp around your envelope. Let's see, one more. Okay, and then you need to finish with a postage stamp and some postal marks. And I need to grab my postage stamps. And this box of postage stamps is just fantastic. It has postage stamps from, gosh, I don't even, so far back. It's just, there's just tons and tons of them. What stamp do I want to use here? This one is a 1992 stamp, not as vintage, not even vintage at all, actually, but I'm going to use it because it's here. I have to pause you for a second, friends. I don't want to lose you, and my computer is saying storage settings, so hold on. Okay, let's see if I gave it enough. We will see. Okay, so I'm going to ink this little stamp up a little bit here along the edges. Okay, look how cute that is. And I need to use actual glue for this. Maybe. Then I want to age that just a bit further. And so I thought I had my, oh, there I did. I want to just give this a little bit more age. So I just have some vintage photo on my little brush here, and that will blend it out into the back. And then I'm grabbing my stamp set here from my Tim Holtz stamps, and I've got my Happy Holidays from the North Pole, and I also have the North Pole deer stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp these. I'll use the deer. And then I use the cancel stamp. I want to cancel that across. And then I always like to add extra marks on the back of the envelope, it's not necessary. It's just kind of the way I do mine. I like to just carry things through. Like that. And then I can add additional stamps if I want, like Handle with Care or Merry Christmas, anything like that. I'll put a little Handle with Care down there, and then I like this little North Pole here. And so I've got another little block here. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll just put this down our side. And now what we need to do is we need to do our gilding on our envelope as well. Okay, friends, so I'm not sure where my video cut off at, but I stamped my envelope. I added my postage stamp style stamps in here, and then I just need to trim off anything that is overhanging my envelope from my decoupage here. And then I have my gilding, what is it? The opal polish. And I have not used this, you guys. I've had this forever and ages and then some, and I haven't used it, and it's kind of dried out. So I found that if I took a damp baby wipe and I just used the baby wipe, it got enough of the product out here that I can just go ahead, and I don't want to go over my decoupaged images. I just want to do the actual on the envelope itself, not any of the decoupage pieces. And I'm just giving that a little burnish of the gilding. I don't know if that's picking up on camera for you or not. Add a little spray of water in here, maybe activate it just a bit. And I'm going to do my back. Make sure you treat the inside of the envelope just the same way. Okay, so now my envelope has that beautiful golden shimmer here. This could still be used as, I mean, you could literally mail this. You could put a true stamp on it, and you could actually send this out in the mail, write your addresses on here. Just absolutely incredible envelopes. So friends, that is how I do my decoupaged envelopes. So I'll show you one more time the entire collection of envelopes. Oh my gosh, I have a tower beside me. It's a mess. It's a mess. I gotta find them all. Okay, so here they are. This is the one I just did. This one here. Different, but just as absolutely beautiful as the others. Okay, this is the second size, and again, I've just used this paper here, done exactly the same way, just tear it out, and then same treatment here, and that is the back there. The third one, And you can see that embossing. I mean, you can see every single thing, every single layer. You've got the coffee dyed envelope back in here. You've got a little bit of the lace. You've got the embossing. You've got the colors. You've got the shimmer. You've got just, these are the whole package. There's another one. Love, love. Front and back. And our last one, the little guy here, all done up front and back. So friends, there you have it. My favorite project of our Christmas in July. I'm still bringing you more, but today is my birthday and I am sharing with you my favorite. So this set of 5 envelopes is my tops. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that this is something that you can see yourself recreating and adding into your Christmas gifting ideas. And I want to remind you that it is my birthday, but you are getting the option to win. I'm doing a giveaway. So all you have to do to be entered is you have to like this video, please. Thumbs up, tell me that you liked it. You have to comment below and tell me what your favorite project is so far of our Christmas in July series. So you have to like, you have to comment, and then you have to be a subscriber. Super simple, friends. It's super simple. And I am going to be gifting a sampling of some of the items that I have created for this Christmas in July series as the giveaway. You have until the end of the month, from July 24th through July 31st, to like, comment, and be a subscriber for each of the videos from the 24th to the 31st. So you have 8 chances to be entered into the drawing. And then I will draw around the 7th of August, giving everybody time to catch up on the series. That's it, friends. It's that easy. So I hope you guys have loved this as much as I love creating this. It's my absolute favorite. And so I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you will try it. I hope you will continue to watch the next few days of this series through to the end of July. I hope I see your names so that I can get you entered in the drawing. And until the next time, friends, I can't wait to see you. Please be safe, find time to craft, and we'll chat again real soon. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.